welcome to another one of my videos. This one's going to be more me talking about a narrative than showing product or giving an educational talk. It's going to be more my thoughts about the market. If you do like my content, you know how to support me now. You can do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. So let's get into it. Coronavirus, US Senate passes major 1.9 trillion relief plan. Now, I said it a while back that once they let the toothpaste out the tube, they won't be able to put it back in. And you can see it here. I actually think there's going to be more rounds of stimulus to come. We shall see. They're not the only country at it, though. So the US Senate has voted to approve America's third major spending package to deal with the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. It's 1.4 trillion pounds, or $1.9 trillion. It was passed by 50 to 49. I don't know. I think the US has got this wrong. I don't know how they can claw back the money. I think they're gonna destabilize potentially even the world economy by putting so much money onto the market. It's been championed by President Joe Biden as a way to help struggling citizens. Yep, that's all well and good, but you're kicking the can down the road and you're sowing the seeds of future disaster. Congratulations, Mr. Biden. They compromised on some issues ahead of the vote. There's long discussions over a federal unemployment benefit, which Democrats agreed to lower from $400 to $300 a week. It envisages stimulus checks worth $1,400 to be sent to most Americans. Worst public health crisis in a century has left over 500,000 people dead and 29 million infected. What's in the package? So the package it allocates 350 billion to state and local governments and 130 billion to schools. It also provides 49 billion for expanded COVID-19 testing and research. I think everyone watching this channel knows that that's going to be wasted. Taxpayer money always is wasted. So they're going to waste money that they've created out of thin air. What a really idiotic thing to do. The $1,400 stimulus check will quickly phase out for those with higher incomes. Which, okay, fair enough. The extension of jobless benefits until September will be mark a key reprieve for more than 4 million long-term unemployed Americans whose eligibility for benefits is currently due to expire mid-March. Again, I think this is absolute madness. They're not the only economy doing it. This is a gold and silver channel, or it is a pro-precious metals channel. The money's going to go somewhere, and it's going to go into inflation at some point, and it's going to cost people in the long run. It's not going to get paid back, or if it does get paid back, it's going to take generations and generations to pay it back. I've shown you many graphs before where the amount of money in circulation, or the amount of money in the system, the amount of money in circulation is not actually the correct terminology, but the amount of money in the system has just gone up and up and up over the last 12, 13 years, since 2008. They are playing with the very fabric of what society is underpinned by, and I think it's gonna hurt a lot of people. I think it's going to be a K-shaped recovery. I've said that for a long time. I think the rich are going to get really rich. The poor are still going to be poor, and the middle class are going to get stretched, and they're either going to work it out and join the rich, or they're going to join the poor very quickly, depending on what type of assets they own and how indebted they are. But it's madness. Like, I go down the local high street, not only for my town when I do a post run, a couple of towns over I go over, and it's getting to the point where it's looking desolate. There's more empty shops than there are shops, and this isn't going to change. There will be green shoots when the virus goes, and that's an inevitability, but there's going to be issues all around. Every time they print money, it devalues it. They're not going to be able to pay it back. I don't think they're going to be able to pay it back. It's an experiment in madness. And yeah, I do think, if anything, I'm pro assets. I'm not even pro gold and silver these days, because it's got to go somewhere. It's going to go into assets. It's going to go into your gold and silver. It's going to go into your stocks and shares and houses, and cash is trash. I'm going to leave it there. It's just my thoughts. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. You know, I'm not a doom and gloom merchant. If anything, I try and stick to the line of reasoning, but I just don't see how doom and gloom cannot be expected from this line of reasoning. Can't see it. Just genuinely cannot see it. Not for the West, anyway. The East might do pretty well. They're stockpiling gold, silver, etc. But do we want a world where the East kind of rules the global agenda? No, we don't. We know that certain parts of the world don't stand for the same freedoms that the West does. We're not perfect by any stretch, but I wouldn't want to be living under Eastern rule or working under Eastern systems. That's just my opinion. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Take care, guys. Bye.